This is one chart that all of you should know. Whenever some budget is made, they tell you where the rupee comes from, where the rupee goes. So it is basically dissecting the expenditure. Here, if you look at it, the rupee is taxes basically, income tax and the corporate tax and customs and GST. If you calculate all this, that will be around 64%. So that means 65% of my revenue around is coming from the taxes. That is the major contribution. That's why government is wanting to increase the kind of collection from the taxes and by plugging the leakages, at the same time keeping the duty or the taxes less. This is a very magical kind of exercise somebody has to do. They have to increase the collection also. At the same time, they cannot really let this be felt as a very kind of hurting the common public and not able to consume more. If you look at the GDP contribution to agriculture, 15%. If you calculate that 11% or 15, if you look at it, if I would have taxed agriculture income scenario, like what you are saying, what would be my increase in the tax attrition? It will be 2%, 1.7 basically. So that's also one of the factors. One is the tax foregone. We are not taxing the agriculture income. If I tax the agriculture income, I'll get another 1.5 to 1.7% of the increase in the tax collection on the GDP. That's possible. That gets captured to a large extent because that doesn't it may affect the leakages. That again, if you calculate, there is a black money, some exercise has been done by, a lot of studies have been done by NIPFP, National Institute of Public Finance and Policy. They are estimating something around 1.5 to 2%. So if you look at it, if at all I have, that every country has it, it's not the only India problem. So if I plug all the black money, ideal scenario, so how much is that? It will be something around 1.5 to 2% of the GDP. So like agriculture may be 1.5 to 2%, black money may be 1.5 to 2%, tax foregone because of trust exemption 8 to 10%. If you calculate all this, I can add another 13-14% to my 11%. It will come to something around 25%. You can explain it away. Why is it less compared to developed countries? This is one of the way of explaining it. Okay. Apart from that, I'll come to one more question. Maybe the tax base is also very low. Unlike that we cannot really kind of say more and beat around it. It's one of the explanation you can give. In economics, you can't say one as a right explanation. It's one of the explanation you can give, but our tax base is very less actually. So this is where the taxes come for 65 to 70%. Rest of it, borrowing, I told you 24% comes from borrowing. Non-debt receipts by disinvestment and all that which comes in. So that also takes care. And non-tax revenues are also one of the areas where we kind of mobilize the resources. Rupee goes, basically what we have already told you. The pension is 2 and state share is 22%, finance commission, interest is major portion, 20% goes there. And the subsidies are also 7%.
Thank you.